This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
And thanks for joining us here at 7 o'clock. I'm Mark Mullins.
And I'm Amanda Starantino. It is not uncommon to see someone with a broken down car or flat tire on the side of the highway as traffic zooms by.
But tonight we do have a tragic reminder of just how dangerous these situations can be. Police say early this morning a driver had a flat tire on what's known as the Gore Point between I-465 and Washington Street. The Gore Point is the extension of the emergency shoulder that divides the main line of traffic and a ramp. So investigators believe a second vehicle hit the car with the flat tire, killing the driver as he was getting out to check it. Police and other experts are sharing tips on how to stay safe. Number one, try to get off the highway if you can, but sometimes that is not possible. So if you have to stay on the shoulder, call police.
Sit behind you with your lights to assist with that tire change to make it a lot faster and expedite that process so that we can get you out of there safely.
AAA also recommends keeping an emergency kit in your car, one with lights, flares, and reflective vests. You can get those through AAA.
It's the first line of duty death in the 25-year history of the Fishers Police Department. Tonight, officers are mourning the loss of a longtime K-9 officer. The K-9, named Harley, died from gunshot wounds during an overnight manhunt. It started around midnight on I-69 when a driver took off after police tried to pull him over for possible drunk driving. The case ended in the Saxony neighborhood near 13th Street. One of the suspects, 19-year-old Richard Garrett, took off on foot. Police took his passenger, 19-year-old Rashana Faro, into custody at the scene. Officer Harley went in pursuit of Garrett. Officers heard a gunshot and found the K-9 had been shot and Garrett had gotten away. Officers found Garrett several hours later and took him into custody. Meanwhile, the Fishers Fire Department has set up a memorial for Officer Harley in the lobby. The department says they've already seen a huge outpouring of support. If you would like to make a donation, contact the Fishers Police Foundation.
3 people are dead after a mobile home fire in Martinsville. This fire started around 1:30 this morning on South Outer Drive. By the time firefighters arrived, flames were pouring out of the mobile home. After the fire was put out, fire crews discovered the bodies of 3 people inside. The identities of the victims have not yet been released. This is the first fatal fire this year in Martinsville, and investigators are still looking into what caused it. Tonight, people living on the west side have a lot of questions about a new project aimed to provide hope, stability, and a place to heal for those experiencing homelessness.
And leaders with Circle City Village tell RTV6 those concerns range from safety issues to the impact the project will have on property values. Our Nicole Griffin getting answers about their plans.
28 tiny houses will make up the Circle City Village. It's an initiative aimed at helping people transition out of homelessness.
Well, I'd like to have people who, really are ready to make that change, and it gives them a safe place to move ahead. There are people who are out on the street for various reasons. They're not all ex-criminals. They're not all drug addicts. Some may have addiction issues, but they're usually dealing with other issues as well in the process. And sometimes what they just need is a place to stay that they can begin to sort out their life.
This is the location for Circle City Village. It's at 1318 South Lyndhurst Drive, right across the street from Lyndhurst Baptist Church, which is partnering with the board on this project.
A lot of people think it's a great idea. They're all excited about it until you start talking about, hey, we want to put it in this location. And that's what we're working on right now, is we're doing the community meetings, trying to communicate with people about what we have planned and dealing with questions that they may have.
There have been some concerns about how the village will impact safety in the area. It will be fenced in and will be monitored 24/7. Residents will have to complete a background check and application process. Up next, they are working on zoning requirements and their 501c3 status. The ultimate goal will be to break ground next summer. Working for you on the west side, Nicole Griffin, RTV6.
And clouds have taken over central Indiana. That will actually help tonight. No third night in a row for record temperatures. Temperatures will stay in the 20s. The gray of the cloud cover, some flurries, and that's really about it. It looks far more impressive on radar. Most of this not reaching the ground, but a couple of flurries may move into western Indiana here along the Wabash River. Otherwise, with the clouds in place, it will stop the fall of temperatures, and instead of landing in the single digits, maybe teens to lower 20s. 20s. It's 24 right now in Greenfield. New Pal's at 24. Zionsville 26. Remember, average temperatures this time of year would put us in the 50s for highs. We've struggled just to get to the freezing mark. 26 in Indy. If you go back to Monday afternoon, that was the last time we were above the freezing mark. It'll be between noon and 1 tomorrow, where temperatures finally come back to 32 or warmer. Tomorrow morning, clouds around, a dry start. Temperatures, as we mentioned, upper teens to lower 20s. Through the day, a mixture of clouds and sunshine. There we go, above freezing. At noon, afternoon temperatures staying in the mid-30s. That gives us a starting point. We'll talk about what's ahead for your Friday and weekend, and then I think what you'll like to see early next week in the 7-day forecast.
Well, Nashville, Tennessee is the center of the music universe tonight. You are looking at the red carpet at Bridgestone Arena, where the CMA Awards are happening in just under an hour.
That superstar, Maren Morris, who has the most nominations tonight. We've already seen a galaxy of stars as they enter the arena, and you'll see so many more tonight. Hank FM's Kara Dennis is on the red carpet tonight for us, mingling with the performers.
Good evening from the red carpet in Nashville, 53rd Annual CMA Awards. We are joined by Riley Green. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. We don't always see you in this get-up that you have tonight. You're usually in a pair of jeans. You feeling comfortable?
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. Like, they did a lot of work on my hair today.
Yeah?
But I feel a little naked without a hat. But, you know, it's a big night. I guess you got to get dressed up.
Yeah, always, of course, for the CMA Awards. We have seen you several times in Indianapolis. We just saw you this summer with Brad Paisley at Ruoff Home Mortgage Music Center. Did you get pranked this summer at all?
I did. Last show of the tour, Brad, they had, like, chicken feathers and baby powder in the drum. Like, so when I came out on stage, the drummer beat the kick drum, and it just shot out all over the place. And there's like people playing cards on the stage during my show. It was weird. They've got an interesting sense of humor. Brad's kind of that guy, and he's a little dry, you know. So he definitely got me pretty good.
I feel like that's a good warning, though, for what's ahead maybe when you go on the road again with Brad Paisley in the future. 53rd Annual CMA Awards always feels like just one big family. Everybody's kind of talking with each other. What's the vibe that you are getting tonight on the red carpet?
It's definitely that. I mean, country music, it's one thing I think is pretty special to country music is everybody's been where I'm at. You know, we were at the awards last night, and people were coming up to me that, you know, I'm a fan of, tell me they like my song, or, you know, congrats on this or whatever. I think that's something that's definitely special to country music, and it definitely carries over into the night.
You going to be getting some hunting in up in Fort Wayne?
I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get back up there. But we need to schedule more shows up there during hunting season.
Yes, absolutely. When you have the time, I guess, right?
That's right. When things are going well, you don't have a lot of time, but things are going pretty well, so I'm not too mad.
Well, thank you so much, Riley.
Yeah, thank you.
53rd Annual CMA Awards on the red carpet. Kara Dennis, RTV6.
Kara, thank you for that. The countdown continues. Be sure to tune in at 8 o'clock for the CMA Awards, hosted by Carrie Underwood with guest hosts Reba McEntire and Dolly Parton. And then stick around for RTV6 News at 11.
The impeachment inquiry into President Trump moves beyond the shadows of closed-door hearings and into the public eye. Up next, what a top diplomat told lawmakers today.
Plus, the presidential race includes several prominent women, but one study says those candidates are paying a penalty their male colleagues seem to avoid.
Thursday at 6 on RTV6. This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
Well, for the first time in 2 decades, an impeachment inquiry into a president is documented by public hearings.
I discovered a weird combination of encouraging, confusing, and ultimately alarming circumstances.
That's William Taylor, the top U.S. diplomat in Ukraine and one of 2 key diplomats who testified today before the House Intelligence Committee. Taylor told Congress President Trump leveraged key aid and a White House visit for Ukraine to investigate Joe Biden and his son.
I think it's crazy to withhold security assistance for help with a political campaign.
Democrats want to prove President Trump abused the power of his office. Republicans describe the allegations as hearsay. They argue because Ukraine never launched those investigations and eventually received funding, the administration did nothing wrong.
Another 2020 candidate could be on the way. Former Massachusetts Governor Deval Patrick is reportedly telling friends and allies in phone calls today that he will run for president. It is unclear when we could hear a formal announcement given the timing of his decision, as lawmakers are holding the first public impeachment hearing. One person familiar with Patrick's plan says he'll probably make a video or social media message Thursday and hold a formal appearance in Patrick was one of the country's first African-American Republican governors. He previously ruled out a presidential bid late last year, calling the elections process cruel.
A new study has revealed what's being called an online gender penalty for female 2020 Democratic presidential candidates. The study's analysis focused on Twitter and news coverage using artificial intelligence in tracking the coverage of 6 Democratic candidates on Twitter. The candidates were Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders, Pete Buttigieg, Elizabeth Warren, Kamala Harris, and Amy Klobuchar. The study found that narratives on social media surrounding female candidates were more negative. Female candidates were also the subject of a greater focus on character and identity issues as opposed to electability and policy.
Coming up this year, there is less time to shop between Thanksgiving and Christmas. What retailers are doing to make sure you don't buy less.
And it may not feel like it, but this is your 24-hour temperature change. How about that? 12 degrees warmer in Indy, 16 degrees warmer than this time yesterday in Lafayette. Talk about other temperature trends ahead.
At Ross, yes for less.
Now to the winter storm moving across the United States.
Yeah, millions of Americans have been affected as cold weather records continue to be shattered.
ABC's Trevor Ault has the details from New York.
Today, the bone-chilling overnight cold in the Midwest and the South now marching east.
My bones feel like it's going to snow.
In Boston, officials preparing for emergency conditions as people brace for potentially record-setting temperatures.
How would you describe it right now?
I'm not saying that word on TV.
That winter blast already pummeling states like Michigan and Ohio. Treacherous conditions leading to a 50-car pileup on I-80 near Youngstown. Up near Traverse City, reports of 30 inches of snow. In Wisconsin, farmers now handcuffed by the early winter.
You would think that at some point we'll have milder weather this winter, but who knows? Mother Nature's on her own page this year.
Even the Gulf Coast feeling the impact. In parts of Texas, temperatures falling 50 degrees in 24 hours, enough to turn sprinklers into ice sculpture.
There's been more than 100 record cold temperatures recorded in the past 2 days, and that number is expected to keep climbing. The good news is winter isn't believed to be sticking around just yet. Temperatures are expected to thaw out by week's end. Trevor Ault, ABC News, New York.
When you watch that report, we've been pretty lucky around here for just 3 inches of snow the other day, as opposed to 30 inches.
Absolutely. That's what it pays not to live right next to a Great Lake. Lake effect's no good.
Lake effect is a real thing.
Yeah. And during that story about all the cold and everything, he looked so warm, didn't he? He looked comfortable.
With just a blazer on.
Okay, so this graphic tells me that I'm not quite ready to talk to you. I'm going to get to this. This is Friday night. I just got to push one more button over here. That's the joy of TV, is that we can talk our way through things.
And push buttons.
Yeah, 9 o'clock. Mark knows how to push my buttons. 9. The temperature this morning was part of all of those records they were just talking about. Second morning in a row we've had records, and we won't have a third. I just want to show you nationally how it's covering the country, 2/3 of the country, with very cold temperatures for this time of the year, all the way to the deep south as well. Miami's at 74. They probably don't think that's acceptable. 41 in Denver, not bad. Temperatures will begin to moderate for us. That is the story moving forward. Temperature in Fort Wayne, 24. You go to the other end of the state, at least to 30 degrees, foreshadowing, I think, the gradual warming trend that will have its impact. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll at least get back to the freezing mark. Lots of clouds around there. If you see any breaks in there, you get another look at the nearly full moon. We may have a snow flurry or two. That's really about it. Most areas in Illinois have not been reporting any snow. This is in the mid-levels, and what's happening is it evaporates or just dries out before reaching ground level. The temperature trend, nothing happens quickly, but we make some progress. Remember, we've really got to melt off the snow that we have. It's off the roads, of course. Maybe some secondary roads that are shaded still have some snow, but getting it off the grass, other places, it takes a little while. Then we'll be more efficient at heating up. Temperature 42 on Sunday. Temperatures overnight tonight into the morning hours tomorrow, upper teens to lower 20s. Then we make our move. It'll be the first time since Monday afternoon temperatures have come above freezing. During the day tomorrow, mixture of clouds and sunshine, not too windy. Temperature pushes into the mid to upper 30s. The wind out of the southwest, these are the wind gusts, and you can see even by evening, not much of a real factor. Temperatures still way off average highs for this time of year, which would be in the 50s. Friday, mixture of clouds and sunshine. Temperatures go into the upper 30s during the afternoon hours. Should be a good night for Friday night football. Should I try it, Mark? I haven't done this in a while.
Are your feet cold?
To kick the football.
Have you practiced?
I have not. So let's just see how this works. Here we go.
Bow!
I missed it.
Oh, no.
I think my shoe came off.
I think we need to fix these graphics.
Wow. 26 will be the temperature as we get to the end of the games on Friday night. Temperatures over the weekend up to 42 on Sunday, and warming trend halted just slightly, just a pause Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Temperatures into the upper 40s with a mixture of clouds and sunshine. Here's your 7-day planner. Temperatures, as we mentioned, will climb into the upper 40s early next week. Mark's going to tell you something that's just not true.
I just found your shoe.
This is my shoe.
That's the problem.
You're funny.
Found it.
All right, back. Put your shoes back on.
RTV6 is working for you.
Welcome back. Nashville, Tennessee is the center of the music universe tonight, and we've been showing you live views of the red carpet there at Bridgestone Arena.
That's where the CMA Awards are happening in just under an hour. We've already seen a galaxy of stars as they've entered the arena, and you'll see so many more tonight.
Reba McEntire, Carrie Underwood, and Dolly Parton are all made the carpet already. They're the hosts for tonight. So they got to get in there early, get ready.
And out there is Thomas Rhett and his adorable family. It's going to be a fun show.
Tonight. That's right. So you're going to watch the CMA Awards live here on RTV6. Again, that starts at 8 o'clock, so less than an hour away. They're adorable. Less than an hour away here. Keep it here, and then RTV6 News at 11 after that. Good to see. This time of year, start thinking about helping others as the holiday season approaches. An easy way to do that is take part in the 6 Shines On Toy Drive. Our annual toy drive kicks off Friday during the new Christmas Nights of Lights at the State Fairgrounds. Bring a toy and receive a discount on an Indy fuel ticket. Also, a portion of the proceeds from the Lights event on Friday will go to the toy drive. We'll share more ways that you can donate in the coming days. Well, no matter if you're a grandparent, a parent, or even a child, our phones are how we stay connected. Any Taylor is showing us one company taking the cell phone experience to a whole new level.
While this might look like an old warehouse that's painted blue, welcome to Phonetopia. It's an art installation that literally lets you go inside your phone.
Regardless of age, everybody these days is really digital first.
Yep, whether you like it or not, cell phones are one thing that connects every generation together. That's why Beth Veen and the rest of the team at Visible created a clever way of marketing their new phone plan by poking fun at the digital culture we can't get away from.
People are more likely to turn their car around when they forget their phone than when they forget their wallet.
Abby Simonis is one of those people.
We're going to start by sliding to open your phone.
Being a millennial, Abby is pretty tech savvy. She knows how to dodge notifications, push through alerts, but she's had to teach her mom, a boomer, how to navigate her phone.
She thinks I'm somehow better at it. I probably am the one that set up Facebook on her phone, Instagram on her phone, like helping her with her email. I've done all of that for her.
Even showing her how to scroll through her social media feeds.
Run up. Okay.
Alrighty. Go. And teach her what sliding into someone's DMs means. Or take a selfie the right way.
Duck face selfie.
No matter your age, these are all things we go through using a smartphone.
It's a very universally understood thing. There's definitely a lot of relatable things regardless of your experience with the phone.
Although this interactive art installation is a fun and unique way to experience our phone, it reminds Abby this little device keeps her connected with her mom.
Moving away from Wisconsin, if my mom didn't have a smartphone and didn't have all the apps and the things that we are able to connect with, I would stay in touch with her far less.
I'm Andy Taylor reporting.
It's only been around for a day, but Disney's new streaming service already has 10 million subscribers. The claim seems to back up Disney's story that the platform crashed because of demand that exceeded their highest expectations. Disney Plus is projected to have reached 60 to 90 million global subscribers by 2025. That said, Disney has a long way to go to catch up with Netflix's 160 million subscribers, and it's not known how many of the 10 million new accounts will stick with the service after the 7-day free trial. One note, the company has also placed a warning on some of its older content that it may contain outdated cultural stereotypes.
Well, attention all shoppers, the calendar doesn't lie. This year you have 6 fewer shopping days between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and major retailers are taking notice. They've rolled out plans to attract more shoppers during the holidays and steal shoppers away from Amazon. To do that, they're focusing on early deals, promising faster deliveries, and beefing up in-store services. Walmart kicked off holiday sales in late October, and they've started to offer free next-day delivery on orders over $35 or for more than 200,000 items that are available there. Best Buy is also offering next-day deliveries on thousands of smaller items like tablets or headphones.
This is not helping my already bad shopping habits.
Yeah, because
it's coming to my emails.
Most of it goes to you, right? Yeah.
There are deliveries daily here at the station.
That's no lie. Thanks for joining us here on RTV6 News at 7.
Our next newscast is tonight at 11. The CMAs are at 8.